Service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
AC season is here, and Signature Heating and Cooling wants to remind you to make your AC service appointment today. Don't wait to call them. Signature Heating and Cooling offers same-day service appointments. Signature Heating and Cooling services all brands, and right now you can get a new quality unit from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Signature Heating and Cooling offers you customized financing plans to get you your new American Standard unit today. SignatureHeatingandCooling.com, where service still exists.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290. We're coming to you live from High Corbett Field. Baseball night in Arizona. Wildcats and Grand Canyon kicking off the NCAA tournament here tonight. First pitch, 6:05. Our coverage with Brian Jeffries will begin at 5:50. Let's hear from the Grand Canyon Antelopes, who are in town, their fourth meeting this season against the Arizona Wildcats, two teams that know a little bit about each other, and two teams that even spent some time together traveling this season already. Let's hear from the Lopes about this meeting here tonight.
Joining us today are head coach Greg Wallace, Eli Payton, Isaac Lyon, and Tyler Wilson. Any questions for the student athletes or coach?
Coach Wallace, the fact that you guys have played against Arizona a bunch, you play them all the time, you come down here, you have had success against them. How much of a factor is that in this matchup coming up?
Yeah, I think that plays a role, obviously, the familiarity with them and the facility, and the fact that I think the biggest thing is the fact that we just had to hop on a bus. Hearing a bunch of travel issues all around the country, the fact that we just had to hop on a bus and come down here this morning, our families get to come down here. I think that's probably the biggest plus for us just coming back down to Tucson is our whole families get to be down here. We're having a little family barbecue at Zach York's house tonight, and for the team and their parents. So I think that's the best part of staying local here.
Tyler, what do you remember specifically about that matchup in 21 against Arizona?
The regional in 2021?
Yeah,
I remember. That team they could hit. They raked. But this team, they can definitely still hit. But when the past three times we played them, it's just been more of a bullpen game. And now we get to face their weekend starters, which are pretty good. So we just gotta keep our swing short and stay to our game plan, and just let's hit line drives and not try and do too much.
Coach, considering the number of veterans, seniors, fourth, fifth-year guys you have on this team, how has that made it for you this season as far as coaching and working with them? Do they just already know what to do and you just kind of get to stand back, or do you have to kind of still remind them?
Yeah, no, it's made it really enjoyable. These guys, our senior class is very experienced, and they've played a lot of baseball games, and they've just kind of taken the lead, especially probably midway through the season. And really, I remember during our we got hot with a 10-game winning streak towards the end, and I felt like it was the seniors that just took the lead and the older guys that just took charge. They were leading by example. They were leading in the dugout. Sometimes when the coaches were thinking about calling the team up or saying something in between innings, one of the seniors was already doing it. So it's their team, and it's a fun feeling as a coach because I've been in the dugout with these guys for a lot of games. So it's very rewarding, seeing how they've gone about it this year and getting rewarded to come out here and compete for a championship.
Greg, what stands out about Clark Candiotti?
Well, he's obviously having a great year, and he's really competitive. It looks like he likes to have fun. I think he's the one that's always on camera. To be honest, my hitting coach has gone into that a bit more than I have. I'm going to kind of take a look more tonight and tomorrow afternoon. But I know that he's having a great year. I know he did a great job in the Pac-12 tournament, pitched a great game against Stanford. We shared a plan with them going to Seattle, actually, and he was a name that just kept coming up. So it sounds like he's kind of their team leader, and, obviously we know it's going to be a battle.
you explain what you mean by you shared a plane? Were you on the same plane as
We were on the same flight, yeah. So we got on, we were going to play Seattle University, and, you know, the University of Arizona was going to play University of Washington. And we got to the airport, and I think they had a connector from Tucson to Phoenix, and we shared a flight to Seattle.
Okay, for any or all of the players, you guys have played here several times. You know what the weather's like, you know what the dimensions are like. If a team hadn't played here before, it might be a challenge. How comfortable and confident are you just playing in this ballpark, which can, you know, it's got some unusual size and angles to it?
Yeah, it definitely helps. You know, usually when you go into a regional, you're kind of going to a brand new ballpark where you don't know how it plays and kind of what factors in. So, you know, having to come down here for the past 4 years at least twice a year, it definitely makes all the difference. You know, knowing how the outfield plays, kind of what angles you have to take, and just, yeah, it should be no surprises.
Yeah, I mean, having experience at any ballpark is really important, and being able to come here for the third time this year already is definitely gives us an advantage for this regional.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with what Tyler and Eli had to say. Just, you know, the familiarity with the ballpark, it just definitely helps. I mean, we come down here. I mean, I played here 6 times, and it's been 2 years, so it's awesome.
Isaac, what's it like having Nathan Bannister as your pitching coach? And has he talked to you about his U of A background at all?
Oh, he's awesome. I mean, Banny's the best. No, we don't talk about it too much. Definitely ask some questions because he's definitely been here and he's had success here. So definitely had some conversations about what it's like to pitch in these big, you know, games coming up. So, you know, it's great to learn from him.
Coach, what can you tell us about your Friday starter, Grant Richardson?
Yeah, he's a big lefty. He kind of, last year and the beginning of this year, he was in a back end role. And then sometime in the middle of the year, we decided let's start him on a midweek because he has really good stuff. I mean, it's cool to say that I think when people around the country tune in to watch this regional, we're going to be throwing a guy game one that stuff was going to match up with, I believe, anyone in the country. He's a big lefty that throws, you know, 92 to 95 miles an hour, and he's got a plus slider. I think is a big league slider. And we decided to make the move for him to starting midweek games again when we were playing ASU midweeks, and he did great his first outing. Then he did great his second outing. And then we had some injuries, and Isaac was doing great on the weekend as well. And it just worked out for us to put Grant in that Friday role, and he's done a great job. I think he's had 6 starts now, maybe. And his first 4 were pretty dominant. He hit a little adversity in one of them in there, and then in our last one in the conference tournament, he did great as well. We didn't necessarily provide him any run support, but he's been a great option for us, and I feel like we can match up with pretty much anybody when he's on the mound.
Do you know how many of your players played in the 21 regional here?
Well, 6 for sure, because we've got 6 seniors that are 4-year guys, and after that, I don't know if there were any freshmen. Max Andeal, I believe, was here, but I think he might have been hurt, or he's hurt right now. So, or Tyler, were you a freshman then?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6.
There were just 6 guys.
6.
Is there any benefit for those guys having had that experience?
Well, they've been to 3 and 4 years now, so I think that's probably the biggest benefit. But that stuff's all just, I think, benefits on paper. It's just going to come down to how we come out and how quickly we settle in. And hopefully we learned something from last week. I thought we were as prepared as ever, and it just didn't work out that way. So we definitely have some benefits on paper, but it's just going to come down to you know, how quickly we can settle in to this environment and play the type of baseball that we're capable of.
Then, Coach, just initial thoughts on Clark Candiati and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, again, I know he's a local kid. When I say local, he's a Phoenix kid, and obviously we know his story really well, and we know he's having just an incredible year, and he's hot right now. So his outing against Stanford, I believe I was actually watching it, but you know, he's been dominant for them, and I think, you know, we exchanged starters yesterday, but we had a pretty good feeling that that's who they were going to go with just because of how good he's been here for them down the stretch, and it's going to be a challenge, and that's why you're here, right? It's I think everyone in the country is going to be facing a challenge tomorrow because there's 64 really quality teams. So we know he's going to be good, and we're just going to, you know, it's going to be a great challenge for us.
For Isaac and Tyler, you guys are both the sons of former major league pitchers. How has that benefited you guys? And I don't know, when you found out about that, was it sort of like, the Spider-Man gif where, you have a, common experience?
It definitely helps, when your father's someone who's made it to ultimately, I think, where we all want to go. And to be able to just talk whether, the mental aspect of the game or the physical aspect of the game, I think it's definitely a huge help to just have someone you're so close with and you can feel like you can talk to them about anything you want to talk about. So it definitely helps.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree with Tyler. I mean, just like post-game conversations with my dad, I think help a ton. I mean, he'll just be like certain spots, he'll bring up everything, just, hey, what about this here? What about this there? And I agree, and it's, I think, a huge advantage for sure.
Eli, do you feel like you have a different appreciation for being here in this regional, going this deep in your career and being your first?
Yeah. The first 2 years when I was at UCLA, I was hurt and I didn't make the roster. And that kind of put a chip on my shoulder. And being here today is honestly a dream come true. When I got here at GCU, that was the goal. And our next goal is to win the first regional game for GCU and then continue that and win the regional. So for sure, there's a little chip on my shoulder.
And Isaac, getting your first postseason last week, what do you draw from that and your thoughts on pitching on this stage?
For sure. I mean, just, trusting my practice, preparation, and then just going out and competing, not trying to worry about it too much because, at the end of the day, it's just another game, and, we're prepared for this.
All right, that's the Grand Canyon Antelopes. They'll be the opponent tonight for your Arizona Wildcats to open up the NCAA Tournament. They will put Grant Richardson out on the mound. He is 4-1 this season with a 4.03 earned run average. He'll be opposed by Clark Candiati, the son of Tom Candiati, the legendary analyst for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And it'd be interesting. I know the Diamondbacks are on the road this weekend. And if Tom Candiati maybe take some time off to see his son pitch in the NCAA tournament, Clark Candiati on this season comes in with a record of 7-3, a 3.11 earned run average. The gates are open here at High Corbett Field. Fans are filing in for tonight's game. 6:05 first pitch. We've got Brian Jeffries coming up in a little over an hour, 5:50. He'll get you going. And baseball tonight. Now, if the Wildcats lose, they'll be playing an early game tomorrow, 1 o'clock here at High Corbett Field. If they win, it'll be the 7 o'clock winners bracket game. 2 games on Sunday at 12 and 6. The 6 o'clock game will be the first regional championship game, and if necessary, a game on Monday, what they call a Game 7, because it would be the 7th game of the weekend. That would be the winner-take-all regional final. No time has been set on that game, and we do not know what time. I asked this today what potential time that game might be, and I was told we have absolutely no clue. So we'll wait to find out if that game is even needed. All right, we're going to talk some
postseason baseball.
Say again?
Welcome to postseason baseball.
Right, welcome to postseason baseball, indeed. All right, we're going to talk some racing coming up. Ron Norman, the legendary Tucson Speedway track champion, is here at High Corbett Field. He is going to join us next. It's DK on the Sports Tip. Cricket is getting you home every 20 minutes on the fives with your traffic and your weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Collisions that are reported in clearing Ajo and Country Club on Country Club south of Ajo. Lambert Lane and La Cañada, also Swan to the north of Grant Road. And for your weather, 67 the low, 101 sunny tomorrow, 100 on Sunday, breezy this weekend, 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void or prohibited by law. See
we'll
terms and
need to
conditions. 18+.
Do you need your home
to get all
repiped?
three of us?
Having trouble with your water heater? Leaking toilet? Have you ever thought about an instant recorded seweroscopy? Then call Economy Plumbing Service at 885-3510. Because if water goes through it or to it, we do it. Economy Plumbing, 885-3510.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats radio broadcast. Two powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
O'Reilly. Eliminate carbon and varnish deposits with Lucas Fuel Treatment at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Simply add it to your tank at your next fill-up. A clean fuel system can increase performance and fuel economy. Right now, get 2 bottles of Lucas Fuel Treatment for just $9 and get 2 times O Rewards points. In-store only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. If you need bold banners to boost your business, but you're on a budget, think Staples. Posters, flyers, signs, and menus for less? Think Staples. Staples can print anything you need to move your business forward. Now at Staples, save $50 on your print purchase of $150 or more. Same-day service available on hundreds of items if you order by noon. And all backed by Staples' Print Perfect guarantee. So it's done right or it's printed again free. Staples, your local print and marketing expert. N61, visit staples.com/print for details.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started Wesley Financial Group to do one thing, help people get out of their timeshare nightmare. When you buy a timeshare, the timeshare company can raise your annual maintenance fees at will. I recently helped a couple that had their maintenance fees go from $800 to $3,200 a year. They also received a $4,000 assessment for a hurricane that was over 1,000 miles away. Sound crazy? Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Want out of your timeshare? Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-462-3333. That's 800-462-3333. 800-462-3333.
Introducing Tanside Stone Tile Flooring, a game changer in the tile industry. Say goodbye to the trade-off between durability and easy installation with Tanside's revolutionary indoor-outdoor stone tile. Visit Tanside.com to see how our tile is installed without concrete or mortar. Instead, our innovative rubber gasket system connects the tiles together. Each tile coming pre-assembled, you simply grab one and place it. No expertise needed. At Tanside.com, you can see how our foam back tiles contour to cover any existing floor while insulating against sound and cold. Beautiful and versatile. Tanside tile adapts to indoor or outdoor use, from kitchens to patios, on concrete basements or wooden decks. All with the durability of stone that's guaranteed for life. Witness this innovative product yourself and order a sample today at Tanzite.com. That's TANZITE.com.
Go Wildcats!
About 30 seconds.
Tucson Police Department bears down with the Tucson community. We are looking to build our team, and we need you. Interested in joining our starting lineup? Visit jointucsonpd.org. Join our team and score a great career. From our commissioned officers to our professional staff, Tucson Police Department proudly stands behind the Arizona Wildcats. Bear down and apply today at jointucsonpd.org.
DK on the Sports Tip.
Here we go.
On Wildcats Radio 1290.
All right, 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program here. We are out at High Corbett Field getting ready for some baseball, but let's also talk some racing because it is NASCAR night on Saturday night. The Icebreaker out at the Speedway. The Super Late models will be on the track along with the Pro Stocks, the Hornets, Hobby Stocks, and Mini Stocks. Gates open at 5 o'clock, and we have got one of the best racers to ever come out of the city of Tucson in terms of racing here on the regional side. 9-time Tucson Speedway track champion Ron Norman joins us. And Ron, welcome to your first time on DK on the Sports Tip.
Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, we've been doing stuff together for a long, long time, and I got super excited when Jim said, let's go do this 1290 Wildcat Radio. I said, what the heck? So you're constantly a man that's evolving and changing and staying with the sport, and your support over the years has been amazing.
Absolutely.
Amazing. I mean, we've done interviews in just about every single setting that you can imagine doing them.
Going all the way back to when you were obviously winning championships, and then you got on the K&N circuit for a few years. Yeah. You and Mark Levine were on that circuit, and then you were working behind the scenes with a number of younger drivers the last few years. But the understanding is now you're back as a driver out at the Speedway. How did that happen?
Well, it's
guilty, Your Honor.
Crazier guy
Jim Rayburn.
Here, Jim Rayburn. I mean, we've been friends a long time, and he's been very, very supportive for 20 years of my racing or more. And he's had a lot of effort and a lot of success with other teams across L.A., California, different places. And he came to Tucson many years ago, and we just became friends, and he followed racing and loved it. So you want to tell what brought this on for you, or why you want to do it, or?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, the one thing was I found out that you weren't in the car and not racing, but you were advancing your career with K&N and with Matt Levine in the Port Tucson, and that must have been really exciting for you. And I knew you were having a good time, but it just seemed like you wanted to get back in the car, and I wanted to see you back on the track, and I knew that there were a lot of fans out there that wanted to see him back on the track too. So, and I've sort of always wanted to start a team with Ron, and so one thing led to another. We came down and started chatting, and here we are. We're going to go racing June 1st at the Tucson Speedway tomorrow night, and looking forward to a good outcome.
So this new team is called Vision West Motorsports, and it's basically just is it the two of you? Who else is involved?
Well, Vision West Motorsports is a family business, so I have my family involved, and then we're partnering with Ron and Finish Line Racing. So it's a partnership at this point, but I have bigger dreams, and we'll have to see how things work out there. But right now we're working as a partnership.
So it's going to be the number 9 car, though, back out on the track. And I saw it looks good. I mean, you've been working on – I know you're always knee-deep in the garage working on the vehicles, but how special is this car you're going to take out there on Saturday night?
I overdo it all the time. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
Yes.
But I like last week, we went out and did a little demo run when he first came in. He said, I want to buy some race cars. I said, okay. Hadn't seen him in about a year. And then, we both had a tough year in between. And I said – he goes, only one stipulation is I'd like for you to drive them for me. And I said, oh, well, let me think about that for a minute. And I did. About 6 or 7 seconds, we decided it was about the amount of time it took me to say, hell yeah, let's go. And we'll figure it out. I never say no to an opportunity. I figure out a way to make it a really good opportunity. And instead of being scared, let's just go. So we did it, and 4 days later, we were on the track. Had a major catastrophe right before. Didn't make one lap of practice.
Oh, jeez.
I rolled out there at 5 o'clock, took it off, the text yelling at me. They're telling me I'm getting docked, I'm getting in trouble. But it was great because everybody, it was fine. And I said, it's okay, whatever I got to do, I'm just going to race. And I drove it off the trailer and ran a 15.5 on the first lap, and I was just like, hell, this ain't too bad, So we had something we could race with, and just literally ran the race was very well. I didn't win, and I always say if you're not going to win, you got to make it pretty spectacular. And I think we did that, and it was fun, and had just a wonderful night. So that set the things in motion that we're doing now, and coming back to me, I'm super elevated. I've been working 18-hour days, running my normal business, the Finish Line racing business.
Yeah.
And also doing my race cars and Jim's race cars, whichever. I own the stuff as far as the number and the name on it, but everything else is Jim's.
So now for folks that don't know what you do for real, what is Finish Line Racing? Tell folks what that is.
I have a business in Tucson. I do a lot of hot rod stuff, do a lot of road course cars for country club tracks and customers out of California, L.A., Arizona. Wilcox is a big Indy Motorsports. I got a lot of good customers and friends down there, and this just built up over the last 3 or 4 years, and it's been my thing. And I gotta work for myself, and I just enjoy it. But this allows me to balance and say, well, I think I want to work on my race car today.
Yeah.
So I work on that, and then I get my other guys involved, and they come. So it's better for me to have multi things because I got 19 things going at once because it's shiny stuff. You got to run around the shop, and then at the end of the day, I just hope I button them all up, and they're all good. So, but we're building some beautiful cars. I unloaded one last night and just turned some laps just to shake it down, and I got out of there. I was pretty damn excited about that thing, and it was about as smooth as any car I've ever driven. So, and I didn't have to knock it down and see what its potential was. I saw what it was capable of by doing what I did. So, I'm pretty excited about it.
9-time Tucson Speedway track champion in the Super Late Models division. Ron Norman is our guest, along with Jim Rayburn, his partner in Vision West Motorsports. And what's interesting is you guys, there's two cars. There's your number 9 car, and then there's going to be a second car for up-and-coming protege drivers. Tell us about this side of the program that you guys have got going on.
Yeah, so it's a mentor-protege program. And so, obviously, Ron will be the mentor, and then we're looking for selected drivers, young drivers that show a lot of promise in their NASCAR career and need to have some acceleration in that career rather than just, grinding it out over many, many years. We're going to try to shorten that period, particularly the ones that we feel are bound for that career. And so that's what it's all about. We're just getting started with that. We've got a few that we're in discussions with right now, some really good young drivers in the town and in the region, and so we're going to go find us a couple and get this program going. And it's really exciting. We're getting a lot of interest in it as well. So looking forward to how that's going to come out.
All right. So if a young driver coming up in high school or somebody that that's been out at the the quarter midget track or something like that and wants to potentially have an opportunity for this program, how do they do it? How do they go about getting in touch with you guys?
Well, they should get in touch with us. Try to get through Vision Motorsports. We're at visionmotorsports.com, visionwestmotorsports.com. And then there'll be more contact information. That site's just getting up, but there'll be more contact information there. Of course, you can always reach out through Facebook, Storm and Ron Norman Facebook page. And I don't know, maybe call into you, DK. You can get it directly.
Come out to races Saturday night.
Yeah, come Saturday.
Shake my hand and tell me how bad you want to drive a race car. And we'll talk about it.
There you go.
Because that's the best thing. I mean, I don't really care what emails and text messages I get. I like people, and I want to meet people. And come and impress me, and let's have some fun, and we'll discuss it. But I've got a very short list, and it's already kind of I was really blessed over the last few years, and another family came down from Chicago, and they wanted to go circle track racing, but I met them at a road course. So I got to spend 2 years with Cammie York, and man, we had so much fun. And she really she's a great driver, and she did so good. And, financially it became very difficult to be in Arizona all the time. So we just made a decision. But he didn't know anything about none of this, and he came in the door with the same type of exact thing that he wanted me to continue doing. So working with her was a real blessing, and the family's just become some of my closest friends in my life. So I enjoy every second of it, and I'm going to go back up there and hopefully do some more with them. And as summer progresses here, because we got time, and we're going to race other places too. So the people I'm going to talk to, we're reaching out to them this time right now and over the weekend, and get some meetings going, and it's going to happen pretty quick. The cars are both number 9. They're both identical, because I haven't decided which one I'm going to drive yet.
So we got some extra 9s hanging around the shop.
I'm testing them both out, and I thought, Jim says, I want to make this team about you. I think you are the focus of the championship. Let's do number 10. Let's get it done. And I said, well, then I get to choose.
Right?
And I get options. So
see, it's a partnership.
Because he tried to tell me, maybe we'll buy one car. I said, no, you buy 2. Because then we got options. We got options. And I'm going to put one on the concourse. It's my grandma's 92nd birthday Saturday night.
Is that right?
Everybody come out. She she wants to spend her birthday at the racetrack. So
that's awesome.
I think we're going to do that and surprise her with something, put a happy birthday cake on top of the car or something and put it on the concourse for her or whatever.
You think those guys are afraid that you're coming back?
No, I think that's just they pick it up and they're just like, okay, well,
time to pick it up.
I remember racing with this guy before, and he's fun, and I'm clean and I'm good, and I stay out of trouble. But man, I'm hard like everybody else, and I'll do what I got to do, But I think this time we're going for last race was more of a, you know what, I'm going to be a good guy and do what I got to do just to stay. I'm not in the points, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But this race, I got my head on straight and everything's right and the cars are right and everything's going to be really competitive. And they better.
Now, could you win a title this year or would it be next year?
No,
too
I
many
think
races
we're too
back?
far.
Yeah,
we're
too far back.
I missed the Chili Willy and a couple of events.
Yeah.
But
even if
it's
you
a good
won every
warm-up.
race moving forward.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it.
We've done the math.
We know, you've already
the leader would have
crunched
to,
the numbers.
But he can get up there, though.
Not even show up anymore. And, you know.
He can get up there, though.
But I'll tell you, I mean,
top
it's
three.
kind of
three,
fun to
right.
watch that happen
and
to see how the points just bam, bam, and you're all of a sudden third, second, and you're chasing the leader. And just because of super good consistency. And I've won championships since the mid-'90s, and everybody, it's not about winning every race. It's about finishing every race and getting – if your car is a second-place car and you're about to dive for first and it's going to wreck you both, you know, take second, that's what puts you in the championship.
Yeah.
The wins are very important. Everybody wants to win. I got trophies all over the place from winning, but I got bigger ones from winning championships. And I got plaques that will cover my entire living room wall because of NASCAR stuff, you know, and putting stuff up for winning big races and championships. And I don't know. I like to go to the banquets in Charlotte. I like to go to Memphis and to down to Nashville and have parties with NASCAR that they put the red carpet out. That's why I do this. I like this. I like to do that, and because they got to give you a reason to race. You know, let's give them a reason. So they put the red carpet out every year and take the top 400 or 500 guys in the country and honor them. You know, so I finished as high as second in the regional Sun Belt. And it's unbelievable that how, you know, the whole town out there is just NASCAR city. So that's why we do it. So we do it for Tucson. We do it for our fans. We do it for the fun that we have across the board. The whole thing is huge. And this is a daily – this is what we do every day.
Yeah.
We live, eat, breathe, and sleep it. You know that. So you come to my shop any day and you'll see race cars with hoods up or me upside down under something. So – and I do hands-on. I do my own stunts. That's what we say. So. But Jim, man, what a gracious guy to come out here and think of other people. You know? He's worked his life to put together this amount of money that he wants to do this with. I never asked. I don't know where it came from. It could be smuggled in glove boxes.
It's legal. It's
wherever,
legal.
You know, but it's still
it's legal.
It's legal, he says.
He doesn't look like the cartel. So.
I mean, I watched Ozark too. I don't know what you guys watch, but I watch that stuff. So I know it. No, Jim's a good guy. He's been around. He's very smart. He's been financially smart for as long as I've ever known him. And he went on his own dime and traveled every single race with me for ARCA racing for 4 or 5 years and ran all my social media, did videos. I mean, it cost him a fortune, but it was for the love, you know, for the friendship and.
Friendship in the sport.
Who does that? Dennis Feder, one of my good friends, Dennis Feder, and his wife, they followed us every race for a whole season because they just wanted to, you know. And he's a 15-time champion on the dirt and everything, you know. So just amazing people in my life and who I've met doing this, and it gets pretty it's overwhelming and it takes you back quite a bit, you know.
Outstanding. Well, we're going to have to get the show out there. We didn't get a chance last year to get the show out to the track.
Yes.
But we're definitely going to get the show out there to the track for one of the races coming up. You've got racing this weekend, and then Freaky Fast will be on June 5th. When do you guys? You guys are back on the track again.
Probably middle of July.
Rattler,
July
Roasted
20,
Rattler, July 27th. So
the icebreaker is it's interesting. I think they run the temperature. I don't know how many laps it'll be. It could be 110,
right.
102.
It's usually what
whatever the
is that what the temperature is that day? Is that race? Yeah.
Probably 102, 103.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So it'll be a good race. They might split it into 2 races. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I don't even, I know the date. I know what time I got to be there. Just tell me what we're doing.
And he told me he's going to be there on time tomorrow.
Exactly.
So,
right. I hope so.
No, I told him I'm going to be the first car in tech line tomorrow. That's not on time. That's early.
That's huge.
That's early. So,
Tim out there will go, what are you doing here so early?
He stopped by last night when I was shaking the car down. Tim drives by and he goes, be on time Saturday. Why don't you try to be on time Saturday? I said, dude.
Yeah, don't piss off Miss McGriff.
I worked all night
She's the
long.
boss over there.
I worked all night long to do this. I mean, and you're 36 hours into this thing, and I'm still racing the car on Saturday night going, I'm so tired. I don't even know what the hell. I don't even know what lap I'm on. I'm riding around.
Good thing you only have to make one directional turn every 5 or 10 seconds, right?
That was what happened to me at the end. I looked in the mirror and I lost sight of what I was doing, and Cassidy was right there and she pounced on me and I said, "Wow, I'm not mad because you kept yourself in position to do that, and that's all about it, you know.
She ran a great race.
It's a chess game.
Yeah.
You got to be ready.
Beat us at 1/1000.
I would pressure guys so hard, and then eventually I'd see their ass slip like that much, and then I'd be like, I'm on it, boom, and that's how you get them. And then she was right there. She pulled up next to me. I could have squeezed her. I didn't, and I said, let's drag race it out. 0.001 thousandths of a second.
Wow.
Is the closest finish ever on any race ever.
Wow.
And then
Tucson
Kyle
Speedway?
Larson did it 2 weeks later at Kansas with another guy.
Yeah.
So, and I wrote back to Speed Sport and I said, hey guys, we did it first. Just so you know, because she was driver of the week for it.
Yeah.
And it was a great win for her, and she was a great person. I enjoyed racing with her, and it's very clean. I like that. I like you can race up inside of me. Let's go. I don't care if you're half an inch from my door. Just you don't have to run me into the wall, because I'll take you back down with me. We're going out. If you're going to do that, we're going out together. You know, so
keep grabbing the seat.
I think they know that, and she knows that, and her dad's really highly probably up about how she drives and stuff. But most of the guys out there, you know, we have a lot of fun, and I'll race you just like that. I'll race you as hard as you've ever been racing in your life, but just remember that I'll respect you the same on the other side.
Yeah.
So, and there's accidents happen, you know, whatever.
One of the kings of Tucson racing, Ron Norman. Hey, guys, I appreciate you stopping by. It's the Icebreaker tomorrow night out at the Speedway. Gates open at 5. Racing starts at 6:30. We got the Pro Stocks, Hornets, Super Late Models, double features for all of those, hobby stocks and mini stocks as well. Looking forward to seeing you back out there, Ron.
Looking forward to it. All this stuff is hyping for the racetrack. We want to see the racetrack survive and do well, and bring people, bring your friends, bring your family. I'll tell you, we're going to make it spectacular whether we win or not. It'll be fun. The cars are beautiful. The people are working hard. The track, John Lashley and Shelley McGriff, are running a really nice program. Tim Romager's back. Tech is good. Everything's good. So let's keep this. This momentum we want to build for the racetrack. A little bit of smoke for ourselves, but mostly for getting the track back on and getting people out there. It's a good time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Guys, race well tomorrow night.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, David.
All right.
Always a pleasure. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Ron Norman, Jim Rayburn, Tucson NASCAR racing Saturday night out at the Speedway. More U of A baseball coming up for you as we get you set for first pitch out here. It's DK on the Sports Tip. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together. Some slowing on westbound Ina at Thornydale. Collisions that are clearing at Lambert Lane and La Cañada. Ajo and Country Club south of Ajo, and also Swan north of Grant Road. That collision might be off on private property. A 67 the low, 101 sunny tomorrow, 100 on Sunday. Breezy this weekend and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 68 or more OSB sheathing. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
This is Jim Rome with your Rome Report. If you know me and you know our brand at all, you know exactly where I'm going to start this Friday. What I'm going to do is start this day by taking an elevator ride right up to the second floor. No, scratch that. I am going to take the stairs. And you know exactly where those stairs lead. To the second floor where there is somebody inhabiting it, and his name is Luka. He is the Western Conference Finals MVP. And he's got a question for all of his haters. Quote, who's crying, bleepers? Who's crying now? So much to say about this dude. Luka keeps getting the last word on all of you haters. He certainly got the last word in Mini last night when he put the Wolves to sleep in their house and he talked junk to half the arena in the process. It's like, when are you haters going to learn? This dude loves to hate. He comes down from the second floor specifically for the hate. PrizePicks is America's #1 fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. Get in on the playoff action as you and the world's best players take the game to a new level during basketball's postseason. Download the app right now. Use the code ROME for a first deposit match of up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. You do have to be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
O'Reilly.
Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
We return now to Eugene Snarkle, UberTube video star, and his best friend Doug.
Eugene, what happened to just buying a new set of tires at Jack Furrier's?
Way too easy, Doug.
Yes, Eugene. Jack Furrier's makes buying tires easy. So what's up with all the rubber cement and electrical tape? And why are you putting it all over your tires?
It's basic science, Doug. This Uber hack should give me another 6 months on these old treads and make me locally world famous on UberTubes.
So you'll be risking your life and your reputation.
Yes, Doug. It's all for my UberTube fans.
Well, could you at least wait a week before you try driving up Mount Lemon?
At Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, we make buying tires easy. Our local warehouse is filled with thousands of great options, all at one low price. If you need tires for your passenger car, truck, SUV, van, 4x4, RV, boat, or UTV, call us or go online to jackfurriers.com. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9318. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9318. That's 800-575-9318. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Honey, our yard's full of weeds. Looks like a jungle and the neighbors are complaining.
I know. I'm trying to get rid of them, but the product I'm using, it doesn't work.
Oh.
Not to mention, I don't have the time.
But it's not just weeds.
Not?
No, I'm seeing ants.
Ants?
Yeah, and spiders.
Ooh, spiders.
I know, and I think I saw a scorpion.
No way.
Yes way, and there's a pet rat in our garage.
Ew. Okay, I'll call University Termite and Pest Control today. We'll get rid of all of them.
Okay, honey, thank you.
University Termite and Pest Control, locally owned. Find them online at bepestfree.com.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus media station. We are the sports station that Tucson turns to for all the latest news when it comes to Arizona men's basketball, along with all the play-by-play action. We are Wildcats Radio 1290. Live from the CNWT.
From the what? Central Northwest Tucson. Duh.
It's DK on the Sports Tip with your host, David Kelly.
Radio. Just when I thought I was out, they drug me back in.
Featuring J.W. Madden.
Don't tell me about flip-flops, man. I'm a native.
And Cricket, getting you home when traffic and weather.
Camp on Mount Lemon, not in the left lane on the freeway.
Here we go! And now, a man who has not one, but 3 first names, David Scott Kelly.
Coming to you live from High Corbett Field. It is baseball night in Arizona. Wildcats getting set to face the Grand Canyon Antelopes to open up the NCAA tournament here. First pitch is about an hour from now, 6:05. Fans are flocking in. It is going to be a raucous house tonight here at the Juice Box as the Wildcats begin their road to Omaha and a chance to win what would be the 5th national championship in Arizona baseball history. We've got about 45 minutes to go with you tonight. And we're going to hear from a number of different Wildcats before we get out of here. Dawson Netz, you'll hear from Mason White. Also, we're going to have a conversation with Savannah Gutierrez from FC Tucson Women. That's coming up this half hour as well. The ladies are back home with a big soccer match out at Keno North Stadium tomorrow night. Cricket will also join us with more of what is happening around southern Arizona as well. In fact, right now, let's hear a little bit from Dawson Netz, the captain of your area, one of the captains of your Arizona Wildcats, one of two Arizona Wildcats who is playing in a fourth consecutive NCAA tournament, and he is contributing for sure like he did against the Washington Huskies in Scottsdale last week.
And Kevin Vance bringing out some fresh arms here, even though it is a bullpen game, as the 2-2 finds the zone for strike three, and Netz got Arquette looking to end the bottom of the fifth inning.
Anything goes. I think everyone's fired up. It doesn't matter if you're playing a mid-major, Power 5, everyone's just trying to survive. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, you just got to stay in every single game. You never know if you're going to have to win it in the ninth because, like I said, anything goes.
So you and Trevor would be the only people, I think, since the 50s and 60s at Arizona that play in 4 postseasons.
Wow.
I mean, it's just, does that kind of point to how difficult it is to get this far?
Yeah, for sure. I'm just very, very thankful guys even put us in this situation. I mean, we pray before every single game, and we've just prayed to be in this situation. And, yeah, just very thankful that we can even play in the postseason, especially in front of our home crowd. We're just really fired up about it.
There have been some moments this season where things were not looking good. Maybe that New Mexico State game, you guys are 10-13. It's a rough game. How did the confidence stay there even though the results weren't showing?
Yeah, I think it's because we had lofty goals and we always had our eyes set on something higher. And when you're playing at our level, everybody's good, you know? Like, they're gonna roll into here. Teams are gonna be fired up, and you're just not gonna have a good day. So biggest thing is to just turn the page, I guess, and just focus on what's next. We've been really good at being resilient and not gloating too much over that.
Did you pitch in all 3 of the GCU games?
That's a good question. 2 for sure, but I'm not sure.
So, like, the perspective of, whereas maybe your hitters weren't facing all their best pitchers, like their starting pitchers, but you were facing their best hitters.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you remember from the lineup they have?
Yeah, I mean, they're just a really good squad, hard ABs. They're always trying to beat us, you know, crosstown rivals. So not taking anybody for granted in their lineup and going after them like anybody else, you know.
Is there help to having familiarity with their hitters?
For sure, and I think that's a two-edged sword, you know. They've seen us a lot, we've seen them a lot, so we've both got a pretty good scouting report on both sides.
Dawson, as a relief pitcher who's had a chance to sit back and watch comeback after comeback after comeback, I mean, what have you noticed about this team and the way that they operate offensively in the ninth inning to win these games?
Yeah, I think it's just ultimately that we're never out of any game. Especially being able to play in front of our home crowd. Everyone's going to be fired up, and I think we feed off of their energy. So if anybody here is watching this, let's fill this place out because we really feed off of you guys. So let's get this place packed out and let's get the juice box going.
I guess when you got into that ninth inning the other night, was there any other thought that here we go again, we're going to win another one?
Yeah, and it was actually really nice too because it felt like a home game. Our fans travel so well, and everybody was just fired up on their feet, and we could really feel that.
Where has this resilience come from?
Yeah, I think it's just from our culture on the team, just being really strong. Everybody's super bought in. Everybody just wants to win. Nobody's selfish. So we're really just focused on going as far as we can as a group, and that's not easy to do, especially when you got guys that are thinking about the draft every year. But we've been really good and gelled really well.
When you decided to come back for another year, were you hoping that something like this would happen?
Oh, for sure. I mean, that's everybody's dream.
Were you expecting to be in the top 16 after having won the conference tournament and the regular season, or would you say you were surprised to see it?
I will say, since being here for so long, I think you really see that anything can happen, and not really having any expectations, but just focusing on that game that's right in front of you and playing it as best as you possibly can.
How would you describe the overall pitching development this year under Kevin Vance that you've been part of?
Yeah, it's been very structured. I think it's nice that everybody has a plan. Everybody knows how to use their stuff. They know what their arsenal looks like, how to approach different hitters, and just ultimately what works best for each guy.
It's been a lot different than what you've experienced in previous years?
Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate to be under some really good coaches and learned a bunch of philosophies, and I think that's helped me personally just really flourish this year and figure out what works best for me. But Coach Vance has been awesome, and he's done a really great job in making sure every guy knows what they need to do to get the best out of themselves.
All right, that was Dawson Netz, fifth-year senior, one of the most experienced pitchers in Arizona baseball history. Going into this weekend, Netz has logged 93 appearances in his collegiate career, 14 starts, 79 out of the bullpen. That's the third most games pitched in Wildcat history. Only Jason Stoffel, the great closer from the late aughts, 2007-9, and his teammate Corey Burns, 2006-9. Those were some guys at the back end of Andy Lopez's bullpen that were really good. Corey Burns got to the big leagues. Those two guys, 99 and 94 appearances. Dawson Netz in third place with 93. All right, we welcome back the third member of our program. Cricket is here with more of what is happening in Southern Arizona. I've covered all the sports. Cricket, you got baseball all weekend here. You've got NASCAR out at the Speedway this weekend as well. What else is happening for folks in Southern Arizona to kind of escape the heat or even be in the heat this weekend?
Well, you can chill at the Chul. It's Tohono Chul's Summer Series. That happens Friday and Saturday nights from 6 to 9 p.m.
And I went last week. I went last Friday
was it?
night. It was a great time. Get the prickly pear margarita. I recommend it highly.
Yum. Okay, I'll do that, definitely. Wine and cupcakes tomorrow at 11 a.m. A pairing of cupcakes and wine at Sonoida's Arizona Hops and Vines for tomorrow. And also music in the park on Saturday at 7 p.m. Udall Park. The Arizona Symphonic Winds. They're celebrating 35 years and 260 concerts at Udall Park. Again, tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pack a picnic, bring your chairs and your blankets. And on Sunday for the kiddos, it is Pirate and Mermaid Day on Sunday at Trail Dust Town from 2 to 5 p.m.
Arrgh.
Arrgh.
Arrgh. Go see some pirates this weekend.
Yes, what say you to that?
You think pirates like cupcakes and wine?
And I think they might like cupcakes and rum.
Cupcakes and rum.
Good point.
There you go.
Yes.
There you go.
For
Cricket, have a great weekend.
You too.
All right, we'll talk to you on maybe on Monday. We'll see. We'll have to talk about the Monday schedule because it might be all over the place depending on what happens here with baseball.
Yeah, we got to wait
weekend.
and see what happens at the juice box this weekend.
Yeah, we might not have a show. We might
Monday.
not have a show on Monday if there's if no baseball game and 4 softball games, but we'll dive into that later. Cricket, though, right now, going to finish getting you home every 20 minutes on the 5. She's got your traffic and your weather.
And from the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together. Irvington near Alvernon. Brush fire reported on Irvington east of Alvernon, so expect fire crews in that area. Tangerine and Thornydale and Tangerine for a collision reported. 67 the low, 101 tomorrow, 100 on Sunday. Breezy this weekend, 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio, 1290 traffic and weather together.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's Memorial Day sale is here. Save up to $500 on select adjustable bed sets like the all-new Temper Adapt collection with advanced pressure relief to help reduce aches and pains. Plus, get a $300 instant gift for pillows and more. Hurry into Mattress Firm today.
Up to a 30% upfront bonus and 12% per year guaranteed growth for retirement. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and these are the highest guarantees with annuities I have seen in my life. When interest rates are this high, there are silver linings, and annuity guarantees are one of them. Up to a 30% bonus upfront for retirement income. On $100,000, that's up to $42,000 guaranteed in the first year. And it's because of the economy and its high interest rates. Don't let anyone, especially another financial advisor, tell you it's not true. Up to 30% upfront just for opening an account and up to 12% per year guaranteed income growth. Don't miss out. This won't last forever. If you have an old 401k 401k, get up to 30% upfront and 12% guaranteed growth for income today.
Call 321-4100. That's 321-4100.
Guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company.
We return now to Eugene Snarkle, UberTube video star, and his best friend Doug.
Eugene, what happened to just buying a new set of tires at Jack Furrier's?
Way too easy, Doug.
Yes, Eugene. Jack Furrier's makes buying tires easy. So what's up with all the rubber cement and electrical tape? And why are you putting it all over your tires?
It's basic science, Doug. This Uber hack should give me another 6 months on these old treads and make me locally world famous on UberTubes.
So you'll be risking your life and your reputation.
Yes, Doug. It's all for my UberTube fans.
Well, could you at least wait a week before you try driving up Mount Lemon?
At Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, we make buying tires easy. Our local warehouse is filled with thousands of great options, all at one low price. If you need tires for your passenger car, truck, SUV, van, 4x4, RV, boat, or UTV, call us or go online to jackfurriers.com. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Look! Up in the sky! It's a bird! It's a plane! No, it's...
I'm Captain Tobacco from Tobacco Barn.
My tobacco hero.
I'm here to wipe out high prices on tobacco products. I'm also here to inform citizens that you could save up to 40% on your favorite tobacco products. Pay no city or state sales tax at Tobacco Barn and save up to another $3 with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Uh-oh, I see high prices. Excuse me.
Save up to 40% on all your tobacco products at Tobacco Barn. Tobacco Barn is on the Indian Reservation, so you're not paying state tax or any city sales tax. Plus, you can get a coupon for an additional $3 off at TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
Take it from Captain Tobacco. Save up to 40%. Save with no city or state sales tax. And save with a coupon at TobaccoBarnTucson.com. Well, time for me to fly.
Tobacco Barn, Nogales Highway just south of Valencia. Check TobaccoBarnTucson.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-3128. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-3128. That's 800-575-3128. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Westwood One presents Today in Women's Sports, sponsored by Kohl's. This season, find everyday style at great prices at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Today, we salute Northwestern lacrosse superstar Izzy Skane, who wrapped up her legendary college career last weekend. The Division I all-time leader in goals scored 5 of them in her final game last Sunday, which was a loss in the national championship to Boston College. In 2021, Skane led the country in most total goals, but after the season, she suffered a devastating knee injury. She missed the entire 2022 campaign, but returned the next year with a vengeance. Skane once again led the nation in goals and guided Northwestern to its first national championship in 11 years. Skane continued her dominant run this season as she, of course, led the country in goals and broke the D1 all-time scoring record earlier this month. Yesterday, she won her second consecutive Tuaraton Trophy, which is awarded every year to the best player in college lacrosse. Congratulations on a remarkable college career, Izzy Skane. With Today in Women's Sports, I'm Erica Herskowitz on Westwood One.
Okay, real talk. If you want to set yourself up for a great summer, you need to get to Kohl's this weekend. I just shopped the Red Hot Buys, and the prices were so good, I feel like I'm already on vacation. I found myself cute dresses for 30% off, swimwear for my kids starting at $14.99, and adorable finds from Carter's for 60% off. Plus, I saved up to 85% off clearance after an extra 50% off. So if you want a head start on your summer prep, then head to Kohl's now. Select styles, extra 50% off clearance valid through June 6th. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Some people just know the best rate for you is a rate based on you with Allstate. Not a rate based on Terry, who keeps and makes the car behind them. Oh no, they're about to Save with DriveWise and the Allstate app and only pay a rate based on you.
Not available in every state, subject to terms and conditions. Rating factors and savings vary, and in some states your rate could increase with high-risk driving. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Okay, it is a big home weekend for the FC Tucson women as they have been starting their WPSL season, and they've got a huge game coming up on Saturday night out at Keno North Stadium against SC Del Sol. That'll get started at 7 o'clock. And we're pleased to be joined by a defender for FC Tucson, Savannah Gutierrez, out of Tucson High, Pima College, now playing at the Division II college level over at Texas A&M International. And Savannah, welcome to the program. FC Tucson. Now, is this? Did you grow up in the FC Tucson system? Is this the first time you've had a chance to play with this outfit?
Well, hello. Thanks for having me today. So pretty much I started my youth career at the club FC Tucson. Kind of just grew up with them and been there ever since. And since college, left to go play college, and I come back every summer now to come play for the women's team.
So obviously a huge youth academy over there. Why there's lots of different opportunities for youth soccer players. Why was FC Tucson Youth Academy the right situation for you? And how old were you when you started with them?
Yeah, so I was, I believe, around the age 9 or 10 when I decided to play for FC Tucson. At the time, it wasn't FC Tucson. It was actually Tucson Soccer Academy.
Right.
We combined with Tinka Verde, and we created FC Tucson Youth. It was just a powerhouse, honestly, for soccer in the city of Tucson. You know, it's a smaller city, and it was a great opportunity to finally give younger players an opportunity to compete at such a higher level against bigger cities. You know, you get to play against teams from Phoenix, California, just a bigger playing field, and I thought it was a good opportunity for me to go over and switch clubs.
What are some of the things you learned in that system coming up that you believe have helped you get to the point where you are being able to play collegiately?
So the club has a very good leadership development academy. It was something that I was able to be a part of multiple years while at the youth level. It's honestly shaped me into the player that I am today. And going into college, obviously, they look for a lot of leadership, especially with older senior players. So it's really helped me take those skills that I had as a younger player and even bring them into the collegiate level and help my teammates out and just give them advice, you know.
Who were some of those coaches you played for when you were younger?
So I got the opportunity to play for Lisa Frazier, as well as Roberto Garcia and David Cosgrove.
Dave Cosgrove, the legend, for sure. We're
Yes,
chatting with
the legend.
We're chatting with Savannah Gutierrez, FC Tucson defender. The ladies off to a 2-0 start. Won at El Paso last weekend. Took on a new rival, RSL Southern Arizona, at Tucson High on Wednesday night. What was it like to be back on the old high school pitch again?
You know, it was a weird feeling. They had said I played my last game there 4 years ago, so it was interesting to be back on that pitch, but I love it. That's my home field. That's where I was, raised. Got to play soccer there for 4 great years. Great game, great night, good audience. You know, we really didn't know what to expect. New team in the conference, so we ended up having a great showing, and we got the job done. We got the result that we came there for.
Yeah. What are some memories you have of running around Gridley Stadium as a Badger?
Woo, the 120s, never-ending fitness there in that big stadium. Very, very large football stadium.
And then you head up to Pima College and you play for Kendra Velez up there. You were on that team that came a whisker away from winning a national championship. What was that run like for you guys back in 2021 to get all the way to the end?
I mean, honestly, the word I could use is unexpected. You know, it was a great year, a great season. Got to play it with quite a few FC Tucson teammates at Pima Community College. We ran with it, and we made it to a national title. Unfortunately, it fell a little short, and we didn't come up with the win, but it was a great opportunity, great experience. I'm now playing for the coach who I lost the national title to, so very interesting turn of events, but it was a great experience. You know, And to do that with a group of girls who are local from Tucson, Arizona, it really just shows how much talent we have in the city of Tucson, you know?
Now, wait, you said you're playing currently, so your coach at Texas A&M coached the other team in that national championship game?
Indeed, my assistant coach, yep. And my head coach was there watching.
So had you already signed with them at that point, so they knew all about you?
No, I had no clue I was going to that school, anything about it. It kind of was just really random when I decided to reach out to them, and I realized that this was the school that beat me. Became roommates with the girl who beat me in the national championship. So,
wow, that's unbelievable story there. Savannah Gutierrez joining us, a defender for FC Tucson. She'll be a senior this year at Texas A&M International University. It's a Division II school in Laredo, Texas. What's that been like for you to kind of move away from home and kind of be on your own out as a college athlete?
Yeah, of course it's a scary experience, you know, going off. I knew nobody at the college, knew nothing about the city, anything like that. But I felt that my coaches really prepared me for that moment at the youth level and at the college level. I love it out there. It's a smaller city down south in Texas. Girls are great. It's hot. It's humid. Way different than Tucson, but, you know, it's a college experience, and I would never give it up, and I would never make a different choice about going out there.
Right,
really competitive conference and everything.
Yeah, what's kind of cool? What's different about Laredo? I'm sure it's still probably hot down there as well.
Ooh, it's very humid, very southern. So that humidity, it's different than the dry heat in Tucson. Way different. It could be like 90 degrees over there, but it feels like 116. And it's rough, but...
And this year, you guys got a wide range of young ladies that are playing on this FC Tucson roster this year. What do you like about this group of girls that you guys have pulled together under this new coaching staff?
Yeah, so I think our team at FC Tucson, it's a great mix of both youth players. We have college experienced players as well as some post-grad students. I think with that mix, it's very strong. We have a great dynamic of players. The young really bring the energy to the team, you know, and I think that together we can work well to, you know, gain success on the pitch and get our job done.
Huge game coming up on Saturday night, tomorrow night against SC Del Sol. They are they're the class of this league. So what are you guys looking forward to about that game tomorrow night and how you try to win that match?
Indeed. So we've always known Del Sol has been a great competitor. They've always had a strong team, well coached throughout the years. Coming into it, you know, we just want to put our best foot out there. We're well coached. I think we're ready for this game, and you know, it's a tough opponent, but I think it's a great opportunity to kind of showcase our skills against a higher level team and see how we do. You know, great test.
We're chatting with Savannah Gutierrez. She is a defender for FC Tucson. Again, they've got the game tomorrow night. That's coming up 7 o'clock. It'll be the third of their 10 games this season. So, like, what do you try to get out of? I mean, and you've played. Is this the first time you've played on the WPSL side, or did you play have you played on this particular side before?
Yeah, so I've played for the WPSL side for about 3 years now.
Okay.
It's my third season with the women's team.
So what do you try to get out of this summer run with this group?
I mean, as college players, your coaches send you back home and they want you to stay fit. They want you to stay in shape. So joining a program that really keeps that professionalism is great and something that I can walk into, and every practice is very competitive. You know, there's 40 girls out there. We're all squeezing for those 18 spots. So it's a very competitive environment. The girls are always happy to be there. Everyone's grateful for the opportunity, and it really helps you prepare you as a college player. Going back, you know, some D1 players go back early July. I'm lucky, and I get to go back in August, so it gives me more time just to prep and, you know, get my game together for my last season as a college player.
Yeah, you mentioned 40 girls. I mean, how do the reps work out with that many?
I mean, honestly, it's great. Some may think it's a lot of people, but it's a great mix of girls, great youth, you know, team, and just a great group of girls that are always there, ready to compete, and you know, it keeps the level of play very high.
And I think you mentioned that you had played for Roberto before, correct? So when he got the head coaching job, that must have been a real happy moment for you to see him get that opportunity.
Yes, it was. I got to play for him my junior year. He took us to the state championship as well. Unfortunately, we also fell short in PKs. Not my thing. But, yes, great coach. Love playing under him as a youth player. Now it's great playing for him on the professional side. Brings back memories, you know?
What's it like? You mentioned PK is not your thing. What's it like being in that type of atmosphere when you got one kick to try to get your team that victory?
I mean, it's nerve-wracking, you know, especially when you have an audience on you, and that's something that at FC Tucson, fortunately you do, because we have such a great community and great group of people who come out and support. So, not my thing. I'm not the best PK shooter, but props to those girls who are out there and who can really put that on their back and, you know, help the team get the victory.
Savannah Gutierrez started 17 games last season for Texas A&M International with FC Tucson this summer, going into senior year. So what's next for you? I mean, in terms of your studies, what are you studying there, and what do you want to kind of do maybe post-collegiate-wise?
So I'm studying business marketing right now. Graduate next year. I plan to come home and actually return to my roots, come back to the University of Arizona, hopefully get my master's degree there. And I want to stay into, like, the sports realm. Not 100% sure where my degree is going to take me yet, but anything marketing, anything that's involved in sports, I would love to, you know, keep the passion going. In terms of my soccer, not sure. Probably might be my last season. Retirement coming soon, but yeah, I'm just going to take every year as it goes, and you never know. Whatever opportunities come, I guess come.
All right, so if you're not one of those post-grads next year out there for the FC Tucson women, what are you going to miss most about the competition of playing the game of soccer?
Ooh. I would say the little moments, the growing with the team that, you know, you really don't know much about. You come together as a group of girls. This year we have a great group of internationals that came in, and it's really cool just bonding, seeing everybody's different culture, getting to know the younger ones, talking to them about their plans, their future, you know, everything that they need help with in college. It's great, but yeah, I am going to miss that friendship and those bonds with those girls, but that will never be lost, you know?
If you ever had a chance, if you go down and you talk to the younger girls now at the academy, what advice do you give them about their path in this game?
You always got to put in that extra work, no matter what it is, no matter how tired you are, because once you get to college, you're just going to be more tired. So training for it early makes it way better.
All right, when you put in extra work, what are you working on? Is it your footwork? Is it your stamina, your speed? What's the one thing that maybe you like to put in that extra work on?
Yeah, so obviously it varies by player. You know, for me personally, I play a different role in college than I do here back home at summer. So for me, it's more about 1v1 opportunities and taking people, really gaining that stamina to be able to play a full 90 minutes at the college level at that college pace, which is different. You know, it's different from playing at the youth level, so you really got to prepare yourself and be ready the moment you step on that pitch, because it's competitive. College is very competitive, and, you know, they want to win. And at the end of the day, they're going to put their best 11 players on that field, and you want to be one of them.
All right, 3 straight home games coming up for the FC Tucson women. SC Del Sol tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Next Friday night against the RSL Academy. Again, the second round of that will be out at Keno North Stadium. And then the following week, June the 8th, 2 games actually, next Friday night and next Saturday night, back-to-backs as Arizona Arsenal come down next Saturday night. It'll be Pride Night out at Keno North Stadium. Kicking Cancer Night on Friday. Women in Sports Night tomorrow night for the game against SC Del Sol. Hey, Savannah, we appreciate you taking a few minutes to join us. Continued success this summer, and best of luck in your senior season this year, this fall out at Texas A&M International.
Yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me. Any questions or any updates, you can always follow us on FC Tucson Women on all our social media, and that's how you'll know.
There you go. Sell the product. I love it. I love it. Cricket is getting you home now every 20 minutes on the fives on this Friday with your traffic and your weather.
From the O'Reilly Chevrolet Traffic Center, it's Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together, sponsored by O'Reilly Chevrolet. Collision Tangerine and Thornydale, Thornydale and Tangerine. Irvington east of Alvernon reported as a brush fire. Tomorrow at 3 p.m., 6th Avenue closes between 12th Street and 22nd Street tomorrow at 3 p.m. Reopens 10 p.m. tomorrow night. 67 the low, 101 and sunny tomorrow, 100 on Saturday, and 102 now. I'm Cricket with your Wildcats Radio 1290 Traffic and Weather Together.
There's too much to tell you about all the great deals on the EV Blazer in 15 seconds. So you're going to have to learn more at O'Reilly.com. Or come see us today.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Savings. Now that's speaking the Lowe's language. And with My Lowe's Rewards, your savings just keep coming with member-only offers. Learn more about their new loyalty program at Lowe's.com/MyLowe'sRewards. Subject to terms and conditions. See Lowe's.com/terms for details.
Economy Plumbing Service. If water goes through it or to it, we do it. 885-3510.
Your home for in-depth conversation.
Nothing they do is by surprise. They telegraph what they want to do, and then they brag about it afterwards. It's a way to keep us at each other's throats.
The most pressing issues.
This was just a white on black crime, and you can already see the narrative starting to form in real time.
And fresh perspective.
The air marshals will not be on the airplanes because they're down at the border escorting illegal aliens to their Ubers.
America's most loved truth tellers live on Tucson's home for conservative talk. This is Freedom 1400.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-306-8158 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-306-8158. That's 800-306-8158. What do you have to lose? Call 800-306-8158. Again, 800-306-8158.
Make the right choice for your home when it comes to windows and doors. For more than 20 years, the Window Depot has provided the best price and biggest inventory on in-stock windows and doors. The Window Depot is open to the public, so whether you're a homeowner or a contractor, you can shop the enormous warehouse. Browse the shelves with over 1,000 vinyl windows, interior and patio doors, and skylights in several varieties and sizes available to go home today. Shop thewindowdepot.com or find a location near you. The Window Depot. Best price, biggest inventory.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text ORDER to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text ORDER to 42424. That's ORDER to 42424.
When you have sports mixed with your pop culture, along with humor and celebrity interviews, your earbuds are enjoying The Rich Eisen Show.
You were so obsessed with betting. I don't need to bet.
You're adamant that you're going to win, and I'm adamant that they're not going to win.
Why does money have to be exchanged?
You're a realist.
Like he believes it, you believe it.
Why is that? Well, that's no fun in that.
It's a conversation that you can have, and then Monday it's just like, I told you so. I mean, that's verbal currency.
There's nothing fun there.
Search for The Rich Eisen Show on YouTube or wherever you listen.
Hi, this is Mary with my friends at Mesquite Valley Growers. MVG has a brand new comfort-controlled tropical house full of beautiful tropical indoor plants. Green plants of every size to bring inside your home, apartment, office, even your bedroom. Mesquite Valley Growers has a solution to any space, anywhere, both inside and outside. Mesquite Valley Growers on Speedway just east of Pantano. Open 7 days a week. Mesquite Valley Growers, real experience, real nursery.
DK on the Sports Tip on Wildcats Radio 1290. And now, the best thing you will hear all day.
Hachi-machi!
It's time for the Wildcat Radio Replay. In case you missed this earlier in the day, we now bring you the best of 1290. It's made possible by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
And the 2-0 pitch swung on, well hit out to deep right field, way back, and that's gonna be gone for a home run, a walk-off, yet again for the Wildcats. A 2-run homer off the bat of Mason White.
Mason White has hit 19 home runs this year for the Arizona Wildcats. He's playing in his first regional at home in his home time and could not be more excited.
I grew up coming to regionals here in 2012 and 2021, so now seeing it from the stands, now being on the field is super awesome. It's what I've dreamed of doing and set out our goal in the fall, so it's awesome.
Mason, just to follow up on last year's regional, you had a good performance in that. What can you take from that into this year's postseason?
I think it's being comfortable under pressure and being comfortable on a big stage, especially last year on the road against two really good teams, and Arkansas is also there. But being comfortable and now being at our own park, just playing baseball and not being too worried about the circumstances.
Mason, you attribute a lot of your success throughout your career to your former South Point coach, Vic Acuna. What's your relationship with him, and just how has he helped you get to this point and make such an impact as only just a sophomore?
He taught me lessons at a young age that I now still use to this day, like discipline stuff, being on time, the way I approach drills every single day. So doing that all through high school, it's really led up to where I am now. And so now being familiar with like a college atmosphere, a college level program, I think he really created that environment for me first at South Point. So when I got to school, it made it really easy to transition, where other freshmen were having to change and learn new things, where he was hard on me enough to, when I got to school, it was just an easier transition for me.
Mason, back to those memories. What are your fondest memories of watching Wildcat Regionals here at High Corbett?
I think honestly it was when they won the Super back in 2020 and 2012. I was right behind home plate, and it was really awesome. And then being able to follow it on TV when they went to Omaha, and then when they finally won it against South Carolina, I bought the T-shirt I think like 10 minutes after they won. So I still have it. So like I still look back at that season and some of the players there that are now moved on to the big leagues, and I just remember how fun it was watching them.
GCU is going to be starting a left-handed pitcher, and lefties has been a struggle for a good part of the year, maybe particularly the crafty lefties, so to speak. But what kind of adjustments and preparations do you have to do to handle preparing for a left-handed pitcher?
I just trust Toby. Just look at the scouting report and look what he tells me to look for. It's not much more than that. And I know I'm the matchup guy with the lefty because it's what everyone does. So I'm used to it. You saw how it worked out in a few of these series, but it doesn't change. Like righty or lefty, I'm not. It's the same at bat as I'd take against a sidearm righty. I just look in different zones and take the approach that they give me.
Mason, what does it mean to be a third-generation U of A baseball player?
It's pretty cool. I mean, I was following my family's footsteps as I've been doing the last year and a half. So it's just surreal to see it, and then finally be out here and going to games when I was a kid, and then in high school coming to the regional here. So it's really cool.
That was the Wildcat Radio Replay with the best of the best from 1290. It's brought to you by Desert Diamond Sportsbook, Arizona's best bet.
And Mason White batting third in Chip Hale's order here tonight. That is going to wrap up our show. Brian Jeffries is coming up next with the call of the NCAA Baseball Tournament. It's the Arizona Wildcats and the Grand Canyon Antelopes. Thanks for everybody that joined us. Savannah Gutierrez and Ron Norman here at the ballpark. For J.W. Madden and Cricket, I'm David Kelly. That's our time for tonight. Thank you very much for your time. bear down, Arizona. Have a great baseball weekend.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at